The only radio station bringing perfect balance between entertainment and talk. Updating you with current affairs and social issues.
So what, we should just sit down and take the foolishness that's being meted out because of all you feel that all you're real bad?
Right? Unlike his situation that I don't even want to go back and bring up and highlight.
You don't have a good record where that is concerned?
Having you in the loop with trends and entertainment. Providing music that lives on.
Darling, I feel the disco.
And spiritual food for the body, mind, and soul.
Satan soul for face. We're not taking that.
The Street. 919 FM.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well.
91.9 FM, yeah. Man, is the vibe. Everybody, let us meet on the street. Our station is #1, bringing balance to the nation. Soca, Pan and Calypso, rhythm section with limbo. We bringing you plenty vibes, please just share the light. We bring the heat on the street. It will be vibes all day, #1 frequency. They'll be stream all day. The mother of all incoming vibes all day. We bring it virtually, #1 frequency. The mother of all carnival. Hey, the mother of all carnival. I said the mother of all carnival. This shit, FM, 91.9 FM. This shit, 91.9 FM, 91.9 FM. This shit, 91.9 FM, 91.9 FM. This shit, 91.9 FM, 91.9 FM.
Yo, this is Iwer George, the big boss of the business. When I want to listen to a radio station, I listen 91.9
FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
If you have a problem with me, I have one thing to tell you. I don't care. Just leave me now. 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 I don't care. Go from here with your problem. You have a problem. Go from here with your problem. You have a problem. Move for you, move for. Just move for you, move for. Move for you, move for. Just move for you, move for. You don't like me? I disagree. Cause you talk all kind of thing, but you're always on my IG. But like you obsessed, I want. Why you talking so? You studying me, but I'm not studying you. It don't matter what they say. Talk about me any day. Cause there's money in my pocket, and I know that you can spend it. All I have to say, I don't care. Just leave me now, 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 I don't care. Go from here with your problem. You have a problem. Go from here with your problem. You have a problem. Move for you, move. Just move for you, move. Move for you, move. Just move for you, move. You have a serious issue with me, boy. What I do in fail? But oh well. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's simple, you know. All you have to do is say, I don't care. Go from here with your problem. You have a problem. Go from here with your problem. You have a problem. Move for you, move. Just move for you, move. Move for you, move. Just move for you, move. Lord, what's money in my pocket? You can spend it. What's money in my pocket?
Scotiabank Magna MasterCard is back with its special Christmas giveaway. Just swipe for more rewards. Every time you swipe your card, get instantly entered for a chance to win 1,500 points on your Scotiabank Magna MasterCard. Get more this Christmas. More points, more rewards, more money. Swipe for more rewards today with your Scotiabank Magna MasterCard. Promotion runs until January 15th, 2023. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Visit MagnaRewards.com for more details. Approved by the NLCB.
Calling all social media influencers, carnival babies, and boat ride lovers. Get ready for TikTok on the sea. On board the Embassy Yacht Carnival Saturday, 18th February 2023. Boarding 3 p.m. at the Hyatt Waterfront in Port of Spain. Sailing 4 to 7 p.m. Tickets cost TT $200. Includes free shots and cutters on entry. Plus, giveaways from Fab Look Beauty Bar 868 and $1,000 in cash. Courtesy World of Things online retail store. Performances by Bubbles and Yankee Boy alongside DJs Princess Chow, Nigel Snipes, Razor, and more. Tickets available online at islandetickets.com. Bobby's Bar Curep, Sheds 868-461-4159. Cross 346-380-9679. TikTok on the Sea is hosted by Lady Hype and powered by Campari, Magnum, the World of Things online retail store, and Cross Promotions. Miss this? You're mad? Is niceness outside?
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the Street 919 FM. The journey's almost over.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Well, a pleasant good morning to each and everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Titans of Democracy right here on the Street 919 FM. Let me thank the Heavenly Father for bringing me here safe, sound, and all together in one piece. Pleasant good morning going out to my entire family. Good morning to the lovely Michelle Felix, Mr. Dominic Romain, and their entire families. Good morning to you, all our callers, all our listeners, to all our viewers online. For those of you that are always locked on with us, it's always a pleasure to have you guys right here on the inside with us. Let me also say good morning going out to my friends and family in Tobago. Good morning. Hope everyone is doing fine over there. Pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. Auntie Pat Nats, hope you ladies are doing fine. Pleasant good morning also going out to the management and staff of the Street 919 FM. Good morning to Mr. Iwer George and his entire family. So guys, as you know, we have a very tight schedule these days. So I'm just allowing for probably 2 calls, and then I'm going to get into the morning papers. So, caller, good morning.
Lift up his name, lift up his glory, lift up his name today. Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Yep, and lift up the name of Jesus. People in Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to everybody, wherever you hear this voice coming through out of the station of 91.9, out of the home from Manos House via 91.9. Yes, Mr. Morning to Plastic Street. Good morning to Louisiana. Wake up. Yeah, Machine, wake up. Morning to you. Morning, Mr. Spider-Bad. Good morning. Yeah, Jackie and Jackie, good morning to you. Sawaman, what's going on with you? Mr. Abuna. Roman Oga, we ain't no letter. What is going on with you all you? Yeah, man. Let me say, Mr. Chance, good morning to you. And good morning to you. Bataria. Yeah, man. Good morning to you. Brother Sterling. Yeah. Carolyn. And Jenny, good morning. Hey, Jenny out there in Florida. Jenny and Florida out there in Florida. We are here in only at all. Malcolm and Gemma. Yeah, man. Mr. Toronto. Everybody. Hey, Mountain George. What's going on with you, my brother? Tobago, you know we're not up here. We can't lose out. That's all. We other love one another. The people are born here, Gardens and Mount Hope. Yeah, good morning to you. Dominic. Hey, Bruce.
You.
Are here. Lift up the name and just praise the Lord. We make it to the 2022. And we're going ahead. Full speed ahead. Dr. Rowley, match the extra board, swing corner when you have to. You can have to rock in a reverse gear when you have to. Keep this country going. Thank you, my brother. Love is the answer.
So I'm going to get into my online papers one time. Let's see what's going on here. Right. So let me see. Right. Nice. So headlines in the Express, going with me. Price pinch. Travelers complain as higher Seabridge fares kick in. Pensioners must pay $25. Okay. $1.3 million budget for Tobago Carnival. Come, do beyond that this hour of the morning. Too early for that. Right, nice. The mass fraternity in Tobago is being allocated $1.3 million for Carnival 2023. Chairman of the Tobago Band Leaders Association, Gemma Bedlow, told The Express yesterday. Price pinch. Many people, especially the elderly, have started the new year unhappy over the increase inter-island travel fares, which took effect on Sunday. Teen drowns while bathing at Tyrico. The hazardous conditions of Trinidad's north coast are believed to have claimed another teenage life on Sunday after 19-year-old Sanjay Samuel Somai drowned while... Hold on, let me see if I can get in quickly. Drowned while bathing at Tyrico Bay. His body is yet to be found, and the search continued up to last night. Regiment bullets found on 5th crime scene as woman shot. 7 spent shells with the markings of the Trinidad and Tobago Regiment were found at the scene of a shooting in Maloney on New Year's Day. Publish Pariah report. Ramesh says it must be laid in Parliament. The report of the Commission of the Inquiry into the Pariah diving tragedy must be published and laid in Parliament, says Commission's attorney Ramesh Lawrence Maraj. Don't buy stolen scrap iron. The Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association said on Tuesday it was hopeful of members being able to resume operations from next week using their... Hold on, let me get in. Using their old license. The association has said it was encouraged by talks with officials but would not disclose with whom discussions were held, giving them hope that the Scrap Metal Bill 2022 would be proclaimed next week and its members allowed to work until the granting of new license in April of 2023. Not me and flood politics. where the decision making is required to bring relief to people who have been affected by either floods, pandemic, or hardship of any kind. That is where you could, hold on, let me get in. Right. That is where you could see my empathy, but somebody pulling me on a boat for a photo op, I am not into that, said Dr. Rowley. Road relief at last, probing the tragedy. Tire flies out today. Tutor still has concerns. And these are the stories that are making way in the Express at this time. So we head over to the Newsday. THAI's Bacalet for Scarborough SEC relocation. Tutor wants action. COVID-19 and flu vax drive relaunches this Friday. Fire at Point Fortin supermarket. Scrap Iron Association warns illegal dealers police will be called in. Paria Commission of Inquiry resumes on Wednesday, that is today. Heavy police presence as Sando schools reopen. Relatives of murdered Karapo truck driver, he didn't deserve this. Ambassador to China meets with Minister Cox. 6 new COVID deaths in past week. Man 19 drowns at Tyrico Bay on New Year's Day. Mount Hope man shot during argument. Relative of murdered Maloney man. I'm out of tears. Cultural icon Raul Titus has died. Cruise ship visitors enjoy post-pandemic Tobago. Soca bard Turner claims music being ignored. Griffith, President missed a golden opportunity. Judge conferred with prestigious global award in India. Munilal dismisses PM's lack of interest in presidency. Woman wounded in Maloney shooting, army shells at crime scene. Independence not looking past Paula May Weeks. And these are the stories making way in the Newsday. So I am going to head quickly over to the Guardian. Headlines in the Guardian: fireworks fury. Is this a... Oh, no. Okay. Public fury over New Year's fireworks abuse. Stakeholders again urges government to bring stiffer laws. Head of the Fireworks Action Coalition of Trinidad and Tobago, Roger Marshall, is again calling on the government to act on legislation for the use of fireworks. He made the call yesterday as he reported that they had received the most reports and complaints about the abuse of fireworks usage in their existence. Wow. Relatives seek answers in teens drowning at Tyrico Bay. They seek answers. I don't understand. I'll probably check into that story. 12 schools remain closed as new term starts. Transport boss denies crackdown on motorists. TARP feels elderly need TNTech rate hike cushion. Stakeholders willing to work with $147 million carnival budget. Prisons Commissioner wants improved conditions for inmates and staff. Forest conservator cracks down on illegal logging. Magistrate sues over promotion delay. Experts want better response as a new COVID variant spreads globally. Minister Cox promises to help amputee. Cartel Sacred Heart pupils skip school, protest over bad roads. Blanchisseur's man reported missing. No bail for man charged with importing guns into Central Bond. Pele buried at cemetery in Brazilian city he made famous. Transport Commissioner, no licensing exercises yet. Sacred Heart students stay home from school as residents stage protests over a road. And these are the stories that are making way in The Guardian, The Express, and The Newsday at this time. So, guys, as we say, you go there, get the papers of your choice, read up on the stories, see what's going on, what's happening on the inside. So I will just take a few calls until Sharon, she's just around the corner, so to say. So I'll just take a few calls, and guys, keep the calls tight so that everybody will have an opportunity to have their say. All right? We have to start to do that. Okay, guys? Keep the calls tight. Caller, good morning.
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 Welcome, Holy Spirit. We are in your presence. Fill us with your power. Fill us with your grace. Thank you.
Thank you.
right, so Trinidad and Tobago, I'm here. Finally made it up the step. Oh, good morning to you, Bruce. Good morning to all our viewers, callers, listeners. I finally made it up this step. Oh, yes. So, Trinidad and Tobago, I'm here at 6:27 a.m. And today is Wednesday, the 4th already of January 2023. Where's that copy in there? Oh. Yeah. So you did all the papers? Right. And I hear you there. And of course, let me thank... Why did us do that? Let me thank the Lord for waking us up this morning and having us in the land of the living. Yeah? So, when I woke up this morning, I was going through one of the papers and I saw a number of things. Firstly, let me say Happy New Year to all our viewers, callers, listeners, chatters, wherever you are. Good morning and Happy New Year to all of you, wherever you are. I'm seeing here, don't buy stolen scrap iron. Oh, please. How are we going to use this mechanism? By telling people don't buy stolen. How you come into me, how will I know what is stolen from what is not? You see, there's I don't know.
I just find that as you see things go back to how it was, ban again. Yeah, ban again.
But
because it was ridiculous.
I don't want to be harsh on anybody, but how are we going to do that? Is it that we're going to leave it up to the persons who are buying the bigger persons, and how would they be sure whether it's stolen or not? I don't know. COVID-19 and flu vax drive relaunches this Friday. And here Scrap Iron Association warns illegal dealers. Police will be called in. What mechanism will be used to identify stolen or not stolen scrap iron?
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
The street comes alive with the mother of all carnival.
Everybody, let us meet on the street.
91.9 FM, the soca frequency from inception.
Plenty vibes, we just share the light. We bring the heat on the street.
It's the mother of all carnivals.
Yeah, what I need, a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of rum. Right down is non-stop. Oh, you don't know how to line my one. This there go be water mix up with beer. We jump in there. This there go be water mix up with beer. Yo, this is the mother of all cannibals.
The mother of all soca. The official station and the destination. The Street 919. All new soca full. All new soca full.
All soca, all day.
Tell the DJ, play some soca music today.
You see this carnival? Also like garbage.
Nobody does it better than on the street.
91.9. Yo, this is Iwer George, the big boss of the business. When I want to listen to a radio station, I listen 91.9.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Guess who's back? they're cooking.
Juju Love is back on the street.
It's me, Juju Love, by public demand, along with my sidekick, Mr. Aruga. We take no prisoners.
Junior Davy is back on the street. Monday to Friday, 2 to 4 p.m. Juju Love. Only on the street, 919 FM.
The Precious House has been moved to Sundays, 1 to 3 p.m. to facilitate Precious in her future endeavors outside of the street 919 FM. Her show, The Precious House, can now be heard on Sunday as you enjoy your Sunday afternoon with her. Same energy, same vibe, and great music that you, the listeners, love. And after Carnival, you get the opportunity to request what you want to hear. Dictate what your radio sounds like by requesting the music you love the most. Music that created your best memories. Wipe your feet and come in on The Precious Show. New day, new time. Sundays from 1 to 3 p.m.
The season is almost over, so it's time to beat the rush and shop at Charon's Bookstore for the biggest back-to-school sale.
Now on at Charon's relocations. Eastern Main Road, San Juan. Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna. Ground floor, Trin City Mall, Trin City.
Get big specials on uniforms and school books from kindergarten right up to secondary and tertiary level. Also, be sure to pick up all your stationery and supplies. Also in stock are cheap shoes in all sizes, belts, bags, lunch kits, and much more items for school.
So hurry now to Charon's big back-to-school sale. Now on Eastern Main Road, San Juan. Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna. Ground floor, Trin City Mall, Trin City.
Every item you need in one place.
The one-stop back-to-school shop for quality, value, and convenience. Coming to the Queen's Park Savannah. It's a celebration for you. A celebration for her. Soca for her. Friday, February 3rd. Featuring with the 18 bands. Nadia Batson and Sam. The world's biggest superstars.
Excellent. Here what's going on. I'm gonna be live. Who? EA, yes, me, and many more. Yo, this is Lyricalist, Gallop Specialist.
Special guests and surprises. With your bumper. Get early bird tickets now at islandetickets.com and caches nationwide. Soca for her. Soca for her 2023.
Is it the only weather that have you feeling so? From the time I see I want to put the walk on you.
Friday, February 3rd. Savannah, we coming.
Nah. Not again. I say no. What part you don't understand? The N or the O? Man, I can't take it no more. Everybody wants something from me. Coming around for another handout begging. Can't do it no more. The free ride expired today. I'm tired here all of your excuses. It's so simple, no. Anytime you call on my phone. I'm not a bank, I don't do the load. This year I'm learning how to say no.
simple, no. There is a sickness that driving people crazy. They will do anything just to get likes on social media. A scammer in Louis shoes, a Gucci bag of excuse. Meanwhile they owe you, you call them, I can't get through. Can't take it no more. Everybody wants something from me. I'm going around for another handout begging. Can't do it no
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Well, Trinidad and Tobago, we are back. It's 6:38 a.m. And of course, today is the 4th of January, 2023. So before we went to the break, and let me apologize for the ads coming up in my face because I was unable to see the countdown. So I'm very sorry for that. So we just touched a bit on the scrap iron, and for me, asking about how they will identify stolen from not stolen. So we wait to see. We wait to see. But what is very interesting this morning is the fact that National Transformation Alliance, NTA political leader and former Commissioner of Police, Gary Griffith, on Monday criticized outgoing President Paula May Weeks' final address to the nation. And Trinidad and Tobago, in her New Year's message on Sunday, Weeks lamented that people seem to have descended into savagery on many levels. Let me change my music and lower it down a little bit. No longer do we seem to be able to have differences of opinion without descending into vicious, no-holds-barred attacks on the individual rather than a debate or discussion on the issues. Courtesy, goodwill, civility, decency, and respect seems to be disappearing as TNT is fast becoming a brutish and hostile society, the president said. Weeks added, I wish and pray for a quick return to graciousness, to giving people a fair hearing and a carefully considered response instead of a rush to judgment. The Electoral College meets in the Red House on January 20th to elect a new president. Griffith said on Monday, it is indeed unfortunate that Paula May Weeks lost a golden opportunity and instead would be remembered for all the wrong reasons. I want you to listen, especially for being at the center of the biggest controversy in a decade. He referred to Weeks being president during the events which led to the collapse of the Police Service Commission and failure to send a merit list to the Commissioner of Police candidates to the House of Representatives for consideration. Griffith claimed that in every speech he made as president, Weeks pontificated, criticized, and scolded citizens. He said this did little for the nation or for her to be remembered in a positive manner. It is indeed a post that can do so much to build and unite our country. Griffith hoped that whoever succeeds Weeks simply operates in a manner of statesmanship, adheres to the law, and does not look down on those they are obligated to serve. He said that until the Constitution is radically changed, the post of president will remain one that is or is perceived to be totally political and will continue to be seen as a rubber stamp post, since that person is appointed simply and solely by the decision of one man or woman who is the Prime Minister at the time. Griffith said the Prime Minister chooses whoever he or she wants, with government MPs who are always in the majority voting along the Prime Minister's wish or wishes. Griffith said this causes whoever is elected president to believe they are beholden to the person who selected them. In fact, the Prime Minister can decide to demit office and nominate and then appoint himself as president and direct his remaining MPs to vote for him and just have a by-election for his vacant MP seat. Griffith said this was not right or democratic. This has to be a post that is there to ensure checks and balances are in place to prevent anarchy. Griffith dismissed a newspaper report in which Dr. Rowley said he does not want to be president. The government's nominee would not be an active politician, may not be either a former judge or member of the legal fraternity, and that Weeks had served well as president. On the latter, Griffith said, his Rowley perception of serving well is basically making sure there is somebody who is a yes person who will adhere to every single order given. Trinidad and Tobago. I want to go back a bit. I want to go back to this story a little bit here. National Transformation Alliance political leader and former commissioner of police Gary Griffith on Monday criticized outgoing President Paula May Weeks' final address to the nation. So in her message, in her New Year message on Sunday, Weeks lamented that people seem to have descended into savagery on many levels. I want to ask a question this morning. We're taking this article in stages. The speech or the message by the president, is she wrong or is she right? I'm asking a simple question this morning. In her New Year's message on Sunday, Weeks lamented that people seem to have descended into savagery on many levels. No longer do we seem to be able to have differences of opinion without descending into vicious, no-holds-barred attacks on the individual rather than a debate or discussion on the issue. Listen to me. Courtesy, goodwill, civility, decency and respect seems to be disappearing as Trinidad and Tobago is fast becoming a brutish and hostile society, the president said. Let us stop right here. I'm going to open the lines. I want us to have a discussion on this first part of the message. 342-0081, 466-5391. I want us to be very, very honest in our comments this morning. I want to hear the truth. I want us to be very honest ourselves, and I want to hear what you have to say. So the lines are open and I'm waiting on your calls. Caller, good morning.
Morning, my dear. Good morning, morning. Happy New Year to you.
Same to you, Mano. Happy New Year to you.
I wonder why we're still discussing Guy Griffith and anything at all. Man, that fella name shouldn't be mentioned in any kind of thing.
Wait. This have nothing to do with Gary Griffith this morning. I am just reading the article that is here. I want us to have a discussion on what Paula May Weeks said.
Oh, okay. Well, that was just my thought, eh?
No problem.
So, have a nice one. I'll call back a little later.
Okay, no problem. Caller, good morning.
Peace and blessings. Merry Christmas, Mr. Sharon Felix.
Same to you. Happy New Year to you, brother Stilling.
All the blessings, Mr. Bruce Wayne.
Boy.
Peace and blessings, man.
Same to you, my brother.
All the blessings for the new wine. Mr. Sharon Felix, we read it just now. The president speaks his mind, and it's just the truth. Today, Mr. Sharon Felix, everybody on edge. It come a frightening thing in Trinidad and Tobago now, Miss Sharon. You can't have a discussion. You can't speak to no one. You can't tell no one anything. Everybody right now, Miss Sharon Felix, on edge are saying that for the longest while. So the president ain't wrong with the words she used, the things she say. Miss Sharon Felix, everybody becomes vicious now, Miss Sharon Felix. Yeah? So, Miss Sharon Felix, you have a peaceful one, a blessed one, which I'll take and bless you and Mr. Bruce Wayne. Morning to Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean and the world at large. Morning to each and everyone in Trinidad and Tobago. Morning, Mr. Manu and Mr. Sawaman, peace and blessings. Thanks again, Miss Sharon Felix. Be safe, you and Mr. Bruce Wayne. All the blessings to you all for this new wine. Thanks in a million.
Thank you very much. Village, good morning.
Good morning to you, Ms. Felix. Happy New Year to you.
Same to you.
My brother Boswell, Trinidad and Tobago, and the world by extension. And before I say anything again about Trinidad and Tobago, I deeply accept my condolences, especially to the family of the great Leon Alice. But Ms. Felix, the president, she called, but she did not call no for, but plenty for coming. I will leave it really.
Caller, good morning.
Happy New Year to you, ma'am.
Happy New Year back to you, my dear.
My mother of talk. I heard my young upcoming Prime Minister said, when you throw stones, look out for the person who ball out. And who responded? Mr. Griffith. I asked the question, where is he with Anil Roberts? Where is he with...
Wait, Bataria, wait. We're taking this article in stages. Let us wait. Don't go there yet. You will mash up the whole thing this morning before it starts. Wait. Let us deal with what I read here.
But what she says is true.
What she said.
Is it
true or false?
It is true, ma'am. The American president said some time ago, he said, long time when I come in the Senate and I sit down, I could have a debate. Now, it's adversarial. And that is what is going on in our parliament today. I have a new attorney general and I have a group of people that get up and walk out the parliament when he's there. Enjoy your morning.
Thank you very much. Excellent. Caller, good morning.
Sharon Phillips, good morning to you. Bruce, good morning to you. Happy New Year again. Sharon Felix?
Yes?
I want to tell you, to be honest, what the president said, I agree everything what the president said. I would have liked her to, to act another term, right? But that she said, guide me right if I'm wrong, that at her age and her mom age, she's going to take care of her mom. Am I right or wrong? Right. But everything what the president said here in this Trinidad and Tobago is so truth and so truth and so truth. A matter of fact, they have absolutely no respect, especially in that parliament, for nobody. You understand me? They have no respect for the Prime Minister, they have no respect for the President. You understand? But I'll say before I come up here, what you think is get from a bag of coals? Dust. I go on.
Thank you very much. Caller, good morning.
The
countdown is on.
Morning, my darling, yes.
Good morning, Happy New Year to you.
Yes, to you too and the whole family. Auntie Cheryl, what my president said is so correct. When you look at Nakit and Anil and all these fellows in parliament, and these are the people that is governing us.
Wait, Bong St. George. Wait to go as I tell Bataria, we coming back with the next part of this.
All
I
right.
want
Well,
us
let
to
me
just discuss what
Yes.
she said. Is it true?
Absolutely,
or is it not the truth?
Absolutely the truth. She's totally correct because we out here seeing the same thing. So she's absolutely correct. I call back at Cheryl on the second part.
Right.
Yes. Good.
Thank you very much.
Right.
We have 1 minute and 18 seconds. Rowley Jr., I saw you calling me. If you want to call in quick and answer the question, you can do so quickly. Trinidad and Tobago. When we come back from the ads, we'll go a little deeper into this article. Caller, good morning. Very, very quickly.
Good morning, Shannon Bruce.
Morning.
Blessed New Year. Listen, the president is quite right. And you would recall how many times I keep saying that there's no law in this country to deal with people who disrespecting the chair, the chair of the president and the prime minister and people, high people in this country. So unless they start with that, with serious charges, they would stop with it. Because if it's going on in Parliament and the Senate, what the man on the ground will do. Thank you.
Leave it there. All right, guys. So we have to go to the ads. When we come back, we continue in this discussion, We will be going a little deeper. And I'm opening the lines to have the discussion with you. We'll be back.
Oh, yeah. Well. 91.9 FM, yeah. Man, is the vibe. Everybody, let us meet on the street. Our station is #1, bringing balance to the nation. Soca, and Calypso, rhythm section with limbo. We bringing you plenty vibes, we just share the light. We bring the heat on the street. It will be vibes all day, #1 frequency. Yeah, we stream all day. The mother of all incoming vibes all day. We bring it virtually, #1 frequency. The mother of all carnival. Hey, the mother of all carnival. I said the mother of all carnival. This shit, FM, 91.9 FM. This shit, 91.9 FM, 91.9 FM. This shit, 91.9 FM, 91.9 FM. This shit, 91.9 FM.
Yo, this is Iwer George, the big boss of the business. When I want to listen to a radio station, I listen 91.9 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Check out the Children's Hour Worship Ministry of the Word and the Family Forum every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You, and every Friday evening from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the street 919 FM. Designed with you in mind, this program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. For further information, call 753-1113 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Scotiabank Magna MasterCard is back with its special Christmas giveaway. Just swipe for more rewards. Every time you swipe your card, get instantly entered for a chance to win 1,500 points on your Scotiabank Magna MasterCard. Get more this Christmas. More points, more rewards, more money. Swipe for more rewards today with your Scotiabank Magna MasterCard. Promotion runs until January 15th, 2023. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Visit MagnaRewards.com for more details. Approved by the NLCB.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for the program The Final Hour with Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr. and his wife Nikki Garcia for the Bible study every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Mark chapter 16 verse 15 says, "Go into all the world and preach this gospel for every creature, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation."
Here at Lend Capital Certificates, we provide opportunities for your money to make money. We all know saving is important, but saving alone won't get you to your financial goals. And let's face it, the bank doesn't have your best interest in mind. So this is your wake-up call. Do you have $1 million saved? Then contact us today. Spots Unlimited. Call 324-LENN. That's 324-LENN.
Join Pastor Kelvin Heinerine and friends for The Way, The Truth, The Life Radio Ministry, a Church of God ministry, live on the Street 919 FM from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This and every Sunday on the Street 919 FM. Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father except through me." John chapter 14, verse 6. For further information, contact 686-3845, 349-5178, or 342-7303.
Every Friday, it's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays with MC Duke and Selector Kochi from 6 straight to 9 p.m. blazing all the latest and past soca hits. So remember, make it a line, make it a day, rock and come in, you know. It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays on the Street 919 FM. You don't know.
Bring the thing down, bring it, bring the thing down, bring it, bring the thing down, bring it, bring the thing down, down, down. Yeah, bring the thing down, bring it, bring the thing down, bring it, bring the thing down, bring it, bring the thing down, down, down. Bring it up. It's true. Hey. Are you ready? This life is too sweet. The vibes are so nice, nice. Party on repeat. I'm living my best life. You can't bother me. No, I go do what I feel like. You better believe. Yes, bring them up till the sunrise. I just wanna hold a drum and beat it one day. I just wanna hold a vibe and feel the rhythm. I just wanna turn up so the world can see me. Yeah, cause it's one thing that we come here for. Bring down the rhythm. Bring down the rhythm. Bring down, down, down. Bring down the rhythm. Hey, hey. Bring down the rhythm. This is the rampart, we on full array. The girl them line up, they outnumber we. 20 to 1, we moving non-stop, watch the energy. Emotion too high, emotion too high, high, high. Hey, hold this island beat, fill me up with pride. Each moment you see, I'm going to make it mine. When the horns blow, I love a feel there. So turn up the sound if you're ready. I just wanna hold a drum and beat it only. I just wanna hold a vibe and feel the rhythm.
Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Trinidad Tobago and the Bull by extension, we are back. And we continuing with the issue and the discussion and the article of Griffith President missed a golden opportunity. I want to say this morning, let us forget who's saying what, how, when, and why. But we're dealing with the article in stages. Let me take a call before I go in the second part of this article. All right, the person gone. So, I am hearing the conversation and people criticizing the president at this time. Well, on the 20th, well, I think our time is up, right?
Yeah.
Right. They're criticizing Miss Paula May Weeks. Paula May Weeks took a decision to not want to take back the position of President of Trinidad and Tobago, and that is her right.
Correct.
She has a mother who's an aged person.
Yes.
And I'm sure she has a little dementia or Alzheimer's or whatever. And she prefers to be at home or to stay and look after her mother.
Yeah.
And nobody can fault her for that. Let me just take a call. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Sharon. Morning to Bruce.
Morning, Ronnie
Jr. Family. And all listeners and callers. Sharon, I respect that lady so much that, you know, the question of when she came into office, and I think she had a high expectation of what she could have contributed. But the level of disrespect that was handed down to the president, I have no problem with her decision at all. Trinidad is not a country where people respect the office of the president. And I know there's a wider discussion that you want to have, and we'll go there when you're ready. But really and truly, I totally agree with her. And I do think we deserve the pleasure of a president of the ilk of Ms. Weeks. We don't deserve that. My thing is that, and to me, had her mom not, ill, I think her second term would have been worthy or really, really worthwhile and needed to really deal with a lot of people. To deal with a lot of people and be stronger in some of her delivery. We need that. I mean, to be outspoken. I mean, she tried. She even tried to capture conversations like, she didn't lump everybody or take a side. She said, especially as far as Parliament is concerned, she said, work together. Because she's sitting there and seeing problems stemming from the Parliament. The problem in our country is not with the cabinet or everything like that, and people know that, Sharon and Ruth. The problem that we're not getting things deservedly, to really run the country and have the best interests of the people lies behind the Parliament. And that's what she was saying. And people ignoring that. So I respect her. I'm glad in a way that, that she's moving on, but on the other side, Sharon and Ruth, I wish she could have spent another term in office. But I respect of you. I wait to the other part of the discussion. Thank you very much.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Felix.
Morning.
I don't ever recall the president insulting the people of this country. by using derogatory terms like cockroach to describe
Oh God, caller, you want to burst my bubble this morning?
members of this
caller,
country, citizens of this country.
Caller,
yes.
You want to burst my bubble? Wait, no.
Sure,
I want to take the thing in stages.
Sure, sir. I respect your position.
But I totally agree with you.
Yes.
Totally.
No, we are cockroaches. And even while he was commissioner, he was describing people of this country as cockroaches. First commissioner I know of who ever described the work of his officers, one shot, one kill. One shot, one kill. I'll kill you and we'll talk after. I'll kill you, we'll talk after. One shot, one kill. If that is not the height of a responsibility, I don't know what is. Thanks and good morning for now.
Thank you very much. Now, Trinidad and Tobago and the world by extension listening are doing this for a particular reason. Now, let me give you my take. As the president of this Trinidad and Tobago, the Prime Minister, the Chief Justice, their high holding office.
Yep.
And since 2010 to present, we have become a very disrespectful nation to those office. I am a very happy person that Miss Paula May Weeks decided to not go on for another term. I have heard the most cruel things said about this lady who came in with the intent to serve her country. I have heard so many nasty things, whether it be on the street, whether it be in an office, whether it be wherever, said about this lady. Miss Paula May Weeks, the first thing you all said about that woman is that she's a lesbian. I want you to remember. She had no husband, she had no man. That was the conversation. We are not looking at the individual who would have took time to educate herself and brought herself to a level of professionalism. We went after her. And after that, many more things were said. And let me tell you something. The UNC, you all did an excellent job. An excellent job of trying to deframe that lady's character. Why should I stay here to serve you under those circumstances? Tell me. Tell me. In all her messages, she has been very critical of a number of things in this country. I want you to understand. Weeks lamented that people seem to have descended into savagery. You know what is the meaning of savagery? Huh? You all know what's the meaning of savagery? The quality of being fierce or cruel. Similar words. Brutality. How would you pronounce this one?
Ferocity.
Okay. Fierceness. Violence. Viciousness. Cruelty. I want us to look at ourselves this morning and ask the question, does this word savagery speaks to us? She go on to say, no longer do we seem to be able to have difference of opinion without descending into vicious, no-holds-barred attacks on the individual, rather than debate or discussion on the issues. She go further, courtesy, goodwill, civility, decency, and respect, seems to be disappearing. As Trinidad and Tobago is fast becoming a brutish and hostile society. Ain't that truth? Ain't that truth? I sit here whenever I come here. And if I'm not good for myself, I could be thrown into, how should I say it? Give me a word now. Into a depressed state, never to come back and sit down in front of you. Sometimes, if I am not good for myself, with some of the UNC callers who would have tried to call to derail you from the real issues. But thank God, the listenership that titans of democracy have, they're very educated. And I may say, most of the listenership of this radio station are very, very, very smart. Yeah? And they will know exactly how to deal. Let me tell you this. I am very, very happy that she does not want to take another term. Just remember that. So Trinidad and Tobago, let us go a little deeper now. For a man as Gary Griffith to speak about the president, let's say the missing a golden opportunity, I think that's been disingenuous. And I'll tell you why. And let me read the article again. Let's go off a little further. Weeks added, I wish and pray for a quick return to graciousness, to give people a fair hearing and a careful, considerate response instead of a rush to judgment. So Griffith said on Monday, it is indeed unfortunate that Paula May Weeks lost a golden opportunity and instead would be remembered for all the wrong reasons, especially for being at the center of the biggest controversy in the decade. What is the biggest controversy in a decade? What is the biggest controversy? He referred to Weeks being president during the events which led to the collapse of the Police Service Commission and failure to send a merit list of Commissioner of Police candidates to the House of Representatives for consideration. How can you fail to do something that you didn't have in the first place? One, up to today, we didn't hear the entire story of this whole thing. You know, we get pieces here, there, and everywhere. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you this. You said she would be remembered for all the wrong reasons, especially for being at the center of the biggest controversy. And I asked the question this morning, what would you, the past Commissioner of Police, be remembered for? Anybody in Trinidad and Tobago can tell me this, and I want people to understand why I'm going into this article this morning. Not that I want to talk about Gary Griffith. I don't. I've considered Gary Griffith past and done with. No discussions for me. But you see, when people take to the print media, social media, or any medium that would bring information or try to bring misinformation or any kind of information to the public domain, I think I am responsible, myself and Bruce, to give you the right information, and let us talk about it. This program is about public's, how you say it? We are the court of public opinion. We will dissect and rebuild. And a caller said it there this morning. You who called people all sorts of names. You who refer to people in all kind of derogatory way. Today, you are saying who would be remembered for what, when, why, or which part. And I continue to sit here and say some people has no moral authority to speak on issues. They need to leave it alone. Griffith claimed that in every speech she made as president, Weeks pontificated, criticized and scolded citizens. What criticism, what scolding, and what pontification are you speaking about, sir? He said, this did little for the nation or for her to be remembered in a positive manner. How would we remember you? In the middle of a whole bacchanal stir-up, that you had to go to court to stop it from coming to Parliament to be laid for us to find out what actually happened or what the report stated? I'm asking questions this morning. We come to talk. And you see, you like to talk. So since you like to talk, it are plenty of us like to ask questions. And I've sat here on a number of occasions and I said nothing much about the treatment that was meted out to the President, Mrs. Paula May Weeks. And sometimes we have to put ourselves in the position. Because as a talk show host right here on this station, there are a number of persons who have said enough things about me. I've been criticized in the worst way. I've been treated in the worst way. And I could understand sometimes why you feel that you don't want to belong in a particular environment or a particular position. Because some people feel that they can open your mouth and push whatever down your throat until you swallow, whether you're choking, yes or no. That I am not going to be a part of. Telling all you. So Paula May Weeks is just thinking along the same lines. You all have treated her from inception with scant courtesy. So we are not to get upset Or we're not to say about she missing a golden opportunity. A golden opportunity of what? Being abused, criticized? That's what we want? As a nation? We have no respect for office holders? Come on, Trinidad and Tobago. I want to hear from you this morning. I want to tell Gary Griffith this morning, you are no example to speak to nobody. I've never spoken about you in this manner. But I'm telling you today, you are no example to speak to anyone or to even criticize anybody. You sat in an organization where things were wrong and you said absolutely nothing until you were asked to leave. And if you weren't asked to leave, you would have been still there rubbing shoulders. And we would not have known anything. But I ask you today, why don't you come clean and tell us what was the real story of Emailgate? You never tell us that. I am asking that question. What it is was on the devices that you all wanted to get rid of so badly. I'm asking that question this morning. And if I could get an answer, I would be a happy, happy camper. But you have no moral authority to speak to anything in this country after the things that happened that we have never gotten answers about. And I say to Miss Paula May Weeks, take your leave and go home and look after your mother. She gave birth to you. She took her time to nurture you, make sure you got your proper schooling and so on. You go home and see about your mother. This country doesn't like anything good. Sorry to say it. Some of us, we don't like anything good. We like corruption and mayhem, bacchanal and confusion. We have a prime minister today. We have a bunch of ministers trying to put and keep everything in order. We don't want that. We don't like that. We want to go back to 2010, where we had a bunch of people coming, didn't know they had from the two, and did all sorts of things to us in 5 years, 3 months and 14 days. That is what we like. And it will have people this morning sitting down listening to me, cussing me. Black is white and I don't care. Because hear what? I emptied my stomach this morning. This is a new year. You want us to go back to 2022? We're going forward in 2023. And don't think that because you put me in a position and I going down the road and seeing, oh God, look, you're going to fall down in that ditch there and cut off your neck. Or I will end up there and I will tell you, yeah, go ahead. Go, you're going good. Continue going. Yeah, you're going good. No, I ain't doing that. Better you take back everything. Take it back and leave me. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend to nobody. Numbers are 342-0081, 466-5391. It's time for people to start to open their mouth and talk and bring the truth out. If it is, let me tell all of this. If they didn't treat Jack Warner the way they treated with him, you think he would have ever talk? Jack Warner is my friend. Good morning to you, Mr. Warner. I'm a darling. You think he would have talked? You think we would have find out many things that was going on? You think so? Let's be real. Come on. Come on, and likewise us. Likewise all of us. If you're in a situation and something going real good and it's working for you, you think you will talk about it? No way. Caller, good morning. We're going to the ads, but are taking the calls until the ads come. We on the countdown is on. Caller, good morning.
Very good. I'll be very quick with you. He is talking about a golden opportunity. Well, he now has the most golden of golden opportunities to tell this country why his former prime minister fired him from her cabinet. And he must also ask her, talking about accountability, he must ask her to account to the people of this country as to why she fired him from her cabinet. Since he wants to know about a golden opportunity, and he must also tell this country if he's aware of a former senior minister of his administration who was found cavorting with a junior minister in a nightclub on Cipriani Boulevard, which nearly mashed up that person's private life. He has a golden opportunity
to come
clear
clean.
The air.
Oh, yeah.
To clear the air with the people of this country. Because, you see, he must tell this country why his former prime minister refused to support his nomination. Support his nomination as Commissioner of Police because they wanted Deoda Dulalchan, and they said so in the parliament. Yes, and he must come and say what he thought of that and what he thinks of that. Because, you see, the way things go in this country, Ms. Felix, today or tomorrow, a government change, Gary Griffith could end up again in a new love affair in a UNC cabinet. Because they suddenly find that he is their Prince Charming and their lover boy. The man they hated, the man whose nomination they refused to support, they suddenly find that he's Romeo, he's the sweetest thing. He's now the darling of the UNC.
But caller,
He's now the darling of the UNC.
Caller, you think that was a game played out for a purpose?
Well, I don't know, but since he's talking about golden opportunity, he has a duty to tell this country, come clean, come straight out and tell this country why Kamala Bicester, as Prime Minister of this country, fired him as National Security Minister.
Leave it there, caller.
As we say in Trinidad, she do it in a graph because she did it the same day, and it came on TV, the same day, and her eyes were red with fire in it.
Leave it there, caller. Leave it there, caller.
Okay,
Leave it there. We have to go to the ads. We'll be back.
The street comes alive with the mother of all carnival.
Everybody, let us meet on the street.
91.9 FM, the soca frequency from inception.
Plenty vibes, we just shed the light. We bring the heat on the street.
It's the mother of all carnivals.
Yeah, what I need, a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of rum. Right down is non-stop. Oh, you don't know how to line my one. This there go be water, mix up with beer. We jump in, yeah. This there go be water, mix up with beer.
Yo, this is the mother of all caliber.
The mother of all soca. The official station and the destination. The street 919. All new soca full. All new soca full.
All soca, all day.
Tell the DJ, play some soca music today.
You see, this carnival are out like garbage.
Nobody does it better than on the street.
91.9 of the street. 91 street. 91.9 of the street. 91 street. 91.9 of the street. 91 street. 91.9 of
Yo, this is Iwer George, the big boss of the business. When I want to listen to a radio station, I listen to 91.9.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Ladies, the world's hottest soca stars you ladies love are coming to the largest gathering of women ever.
Soca for her.
23, Friday, February 3rd. Boys. Lyrical Iwer George, Urban Owls, Mama Nappy.
Is it me or the weather that I'm feeling so?
Representing the Caribbean, City Fabulous.
Everybody push something in the air, Lord. Behavior nothing.
Problem Child, Moto.
You don't know this your boy Moto there from St. Lucia. February 3rd is all about soca for her. Moto will be live.
If you can't be my woman, I don't care. I want you really outside, woman.
Adamo, joining the Queens, Patrice Robin
and Nadia Batson. Get early bird tickets now at islandetickets.com. Cachets nationwide.
Extra Foods Grabbers Up.
Soca for her.
Coming to the Queen's Park, Savannah.
Friday, February 3rd.
The Precious House has been moved to Sundays, 1 to 3 p.m. to facilitate Precious in her future endeavors outside of the street 919 FM. Her show, The Precious House, can now be heard on Sunday as you enjoy your Sunday afternoon with her. Same energy, same vibe, and great music that you, the listeners, love. And after Carnival, you get the opportunity to request what you want to hear. Dictate what your radio sounds like by requesting the music you love the most. Music that creates your best memories. Wipe your feet and come in on The Precious Show. New day, new time. Sundays from 1 to 3 p.m.
From the beginning, the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago has been focused on creating a sustainable future. For us, sustainability is not just a passion. It is a pledge to our planet that we will be mindful of our impact. It is a plan to help realize the potential of our people. It is a promise to our children that we are thinking of tomorrow. The National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago, pursuing sustainability at the forefront of energy.
Tune into the street 91.9 FM
every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showinau Thomas.
The scripture says, "And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in."
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas on the street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the street 919 FM.
The season is almost over, so it's time to beat the rush and shop at Charon's Bookstore for the biggest back-to-school sale.
Now on at Charon's relocations. Eastern Main Road, San Juan. Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna. Ground floor, Trin City Mall, Trin City.
Get big specials on uniforms and school books from kindergarten right up to secondary and tertiary level. Also, be sure to pick up all your stationery and supplies. Also in stock are cheap shoes in all sizes, belts, bags, lunch kits, and much more items for school.
So hurry now to Charon's big back-to-school sale. Now on Eastern Main Road, San Juan. Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna. Ground floor, Trin City Mall, Trin City.
Every item you need in one place.
The one-stop back-to-school shop for quality, value, and convenience.
Finally now I can get a chance to link up with my friends and dance across the stage again. Finally we're back on the stage. Finally we on stage. Finally with the drop. on the road again. The energy combine the truckload again. It's pure mass ready for the road. Whoa. Finally could park up with the sunline. Finally there's freedom, there is all mine. We pull up by the mask, come for the call time. Oh gosh, this is the moment, yeah, finally now I can get a chance to link up with my friends and dance across the stage again. The stage again, the stage again. Finally we back on the stage. Finally we on stage. Finally with the truck. Now we out of the cage. Oh, back on the stage. Finally we on stage. Finally with the truck. Now we out of the cage. Why? We going back up now. Back up on stage. We going back up now. Back up on stage. We going back up now. Back up on stage. We going back up now. Back up. Hey! Oh Lord, I saw to miss all my friends. I'm thankful I see them all again. The whole team. It's time to ride. That shoulder go take you away. Yeah, that shoulder go take you away. That we go take you away. Yeah, that shoulder go take you away. That we go take you away. Yeah, that shoulder go take you away. That we go take you away. Yes, that shoulder go take you away. Right now that bumper need to be on our shoulder, yeah. Right now that bumper need to be getting closer, yeah. Right now that bumper need to be on our shoulder to ride. That shoulder go take you away, yeah. That shoulder go take you away. That we go take you away, yeah. That shoulder go take you away. That we go take you away, yes. That shoulder go take you away. That we go take you away, yes. That shoulder go take you away. Right now that bumper need to be on our shoulder, yeah. Right now that bumper need to be getting closer, yeah. Right now that bumper need to be on our shoulder to ride. That shoulder go take you away, yeah. That shoulder go take you away. That we go take you away, yeah. That shoulder go take you away. That we go take you away, yes. That shoulder go take you away. That we go take you away, yes. That shoulder go take you away.
Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, we are back. And remember, you can find us on our Facebook page, Street 919 FM, or YouTube, Iwer TV, live broadcast on the Street 919 FM. So people be discussing the issue of President Mr. Golden Opportunity. That's Griffith, Gary Griffith saying that. To take a second term now, you know? So if you're now tuning in, you miss a lot. You missed a lot. So I want to open back the lines for us to continue the discussion. And so here Griffith hoped that whoever succeeds Weeks simply operates in a manner of statesmanship, adheres to the law, does not look down on those they are obligated to serve. All you hear that? All you hear that? He hoped that whoever succeed Weeks simply operates in a manner of statesmanship, adheres to the law, and does not look down on those they are obligated to serve. Nah, man. And there are other things. Listen to me. When Gary Gifford came in as the Commissioner of Police, you know that I was all for it. We wanted to see crime go down. I was all for it. But then, you started to behave in a manner every single time somebody says something, you had to jump on. You did more talking than work itself. More talking. We go into the lines. Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Sharon.
You need to speak to me louder.
Yeah,
not hearing you.
sorry about that.
Right.
Sharon, good morning. Good
Morning.
morning. And Bruce, good morning. And Happy New Year to you,
Happy
Sharon.
New Year. Same to you.
Okay. You see, my issues with fellas like Gary Griffith and them. Gary Griffith had to understand when he was given the office as the police commissioner, because he was also a national security minister too. Some of the things when people talk to him about it, he criticizes you. Anything you post on social media, he attacks you. Although we know there are people in the media have their certain agendas, he was just attacking them. And when we are trying to talk to him and say, Gary, you don't have to go back at every car that passed, he called people cockroaches. He's calling people cockroaches, and that was not, that was not a proper conduct as a police commissioner, to be calling the citizens, especially the ones that he labeled as criminals, all these cockroaches, everything, and that's people agreeing with that. But when you're a police commissioner, you don't say things like that. I mean, leave that for like us who on the radio, we could say them kind of thing, but you holding the office and what he is saying about the president, it doesn't reflect that. What has that president done? What has the president done? And to see she's been attacked, like people like Kamala Prasad-Bissessar. Kamala Prasad-Bissessar still has a response to the president's office on what went wrong in Section 34. It was penned to her by the former president who passed away, God bless his soul, Max Richards. Because she duped him. She would have it corruptly duped the president and the president office, and he needed to know what went wrong. And Kamala has not, up to this day, responded to that letter. But she thinks that it's over. She still has to respond to that letter. So for her now to come and make these sort of nasty statements about the president, who has a track record that is impeccable, they have to be wrong as a citizen. Why we not talking about that? Why we not talking about the behavior of Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, who's our office holder and a high office holder too? She's the opposition leader, and the outstanding letter that she has to respond to the president's office. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Village, morning.
Pleasant morning, Felix. Felix, when I understand the president loud and clear, and what people is not listening, what she's not saying, because when we could have a former speaker of the House to come out and said, we will make this country ungovernable. And look what happened to the country, and nobody is held before the court with that kind of statement, and this is the problem we have in the country. The UNC is not supporting nothing. And if they listen to the followers, and I had to ask myself, what is the criteria to be a UNC when you're going for screening? Is it you have to be disrespectful, dishonest, and love corruption? Is it that the criteria? Because Ramesh Lawrence Marx told us that, when he went for screening, they asked him if he will behave in the same manner, see how he behaved before, and he said even more worse as long as you see corruption. And what happened? They did not select him. And this is the thing we have to look forward for 2023. For 2023, I want to see goodness for our beloved Trinidad and Tobago. And you see right now, the UNC to me is a total failure. Even the followers and the callers on them. Have a blessed day.
Thank you very much. I reading some of the comments, and somebody said Sharon Felix is going to be remembered as the DM Box Commissioner. No public official ever assaults people's inbox as he did. Disgraceful and disgusting. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sharon, Bruce,
Good
everybody
morning.
else, morning. Some of them out and clean and good enough, even calling the president. But what I'm saying, we're talking about good leadership. Remember when there was some show when some people did a dance and how they were saying how the PNM people dancing like them, and not exact words, but if people remember something, and the Prime Minister apologized to the country for whatever hurt whoever it is. And all these times, since I was trying to get him to talk about this thing, they in Parliament and all about, and before the president came in, what they had to say about her and what they had to say, did their leader corrected them and told them anything not to say these things and try to make an apologize for anything? So you should know who are leaders in this country and who really want the leadership. And that man who talking, you know, when it was the first time I heard the name Gary Griffith, it was about 2 decades ago. I don't know if he was in the army or whatever it is. So I can't remember some incident. So it's the first time I heard about his name, and I continue hearing about him. I don't see the reason why we just drop him, because I think he needs to want people to know about him and further than whatever we know about him. Okay? All right, Sharon.
Thank you very much.
Lord, go with the president. If she doesn't want to serve, she did her best, and all of us acknowledge her, and we should follow her footsteps and have our children and grandchildren to take her and emulate her for the qualities and the qualifications she has. Let us try to see if we could get our children to do a quarter of it, if not all of it. Okay then, bye.
Thank you very much. And you know, I said it here, and I said it this morning. They will come up to distract you. They love to do it. Everything is about distraction. Everything is about coming up to interfere with your psyche. That's what they do. That's what they're sent to do. So if the woman don't want to go back up, she's just disgusted of the way that you all behave towards her. And she's damn right. Yes, I'm not hearing you, you know yourself. Me, I know.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I don't give her wrong at all.
Right.
I don't give her wrong at all.
Right. Mr. Chance?
Yes, good morning. Good morning, my darling.
Good morning.
Good morning. Well, I know that I have spoken to you, wishing you all the best, that you take care of publicly. All the best for the new year. And I did so with Bruce as well. And to cut the chase, I agree with you in your initial comment. I know it's important that we also talk about the former commissioner of police. But I agree with you. He is not the substance of this. He's just a conduit. And if we divert too much of the attention towards him, we lose sight of the lady of substance. I want, in my contribution, to see that in order for us to move away from that emotional loose cannon comment of the former commissioner of police, we must examine who is Paula Meeks, Her Excellency. I just want to give some few things on it. One, she graduated with a Bachelor of Honors degree in law. Honors. She served the office of the DPP for 11 years in the magistrate court, the high court, and the appeal court, meaning that she has the capacity to assess human conduct and behavior and express a view on it. You know what she said? That is an important quality and character of a judge, assessing human conduct. And she is in her place to describe it, because violence and cruelty not only expressed physically, it can be expressed using words. There's something called verbal abuse. That is as important as well. And let me just continue very, very quickly. She was invited, hear that word? She was invited to be a judge in 1996. There are people who sitting in the parliament who were self-appointed as ST. They were not invited.
She was invited to be an appeal court judge and served there for 11 years. This lady of substance, this judicial officer. She was invited by the Turks and Caicos Islands. She was not only appreciated and looked up to in Trinidad and Tobago, she was invited by the Turks and Caicos Islands to be part of their appellate court. You get that? She served there as well. And let me add this part to it. In addition to all her judicial training, she is a judicial educator, meaning she understands law and can teach it. And she did that throughout the Caribbean. So she is well respected throughout the Caribbean on matters of law and matters of substance. And that is why I thought it's important. But let me tell you what she is not. See, she is not before the criminal court charged with trying to defraud the citizens of $1.4 million. And you know, we have somebody in the parliament sitting down right now making laws in this parliament, and they before the criminal court, charged with trying to defraud taxpayers $1.4 million. That person is on $1 million bail, and they sit in the parliament every Friday, right there in front of our eyes. No more than her, no more than him. She is not before the High Court. She is not placed before the High Court by Justice Abood. Yes, Justice Abood, a couple months ago, placed a opposition UNC member for Oropuch. He said, you are going to the High Court. And the matters in the High Court will deal with fraud and conspiracy. That person is sitting in the bench in the parliament. And yes, yet some of them want to put mud on Her Excellency. Well, in closing, I want to thank Her Excellency for her sterling over 2 decades of service to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I wish her well, and I wish her all the best with her mother as she takes her mother in her later years of life. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chance. Let me see if I could get Mount St. George in. Mount St. George, you have a minute, so go ahead.
Yes, let me just thank Professor Chance. Professor Chance, morning to you for that wonderful explanation about our president. I want to know the former or the predecessor to the Prime Minister now, as a lady of Trinidad and Tobago, and said she's the mother and grandmother of the nation. What has she said about the president, if it is the best thing? She has given herself silk, and I don't have a record of her not even winning a rabbit case in the courthouse. And this lady is such a distinguished lady, served all over the Caribbean and all about. And this is what, you know, but you see all these things started with some other people, all like Fazil, that to call her a rubber stamp. But when Mr. Noor Hassan Ali there, who was a Muslim like him, he was not a rubber stamp. And these are the things that create and start mischief and strife. But Miss Paula Weeks, you enjoy your retirement with your mom, and God bless you all.
Leave it there. We'll be back, guys. Don't shift your dial.
We are The Street. 919 FM. The only radio station bringing perfect balance between entertainment and talk. Updating you with current affairs and social issues.
So what, we should just sit down and take the foolishness that's being meted out because of fuel. You feel that all you're real bad?
Right? Unlike his situation that I don't even want to go back and bring up and highlight.
You don't have a good record where that is concerned?
Having you in the loop with trends and entertainment. Providing music that lives on.
Darling, I feel the disco.
And spiritual food for the body, mind, and soul.
Satan's soul face, we're not taking that.
The Street. 919 FM.
Say,
91.9 FM, yeah. Man, is the vibe. Everybody, let us meet on the street. Our station is number one, bringing balance to the nation. Soca, Pan and Calypso, rhythm section with limbo. We bringing you plenty vibes, we just share the light. We bring the heat on the street. It will be vibes all day, number one frequency. Yeah, we stream all day. The mother of all, it will be vibes all day. We bring it virtually, number one frequency. The mother of all, carnival. Hey, the mother of all, carnival. I said the mother of all, carnival. This shit, FM, 91.9 FM. This shit, 91.9 FM, 91.9 FM. This shit, 91.9 FM, 91.9 FM. This shit, 91.9 FM.
Yo, this is Iwer George, the big boss of the business. When I want to listen to a radio station, I listen to 91.9
FM. You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street. 919 FM.
Oh Lord, bad maths, you know. Poor people, boy. It feel like they beating me one by one, 2 by 2, it's a 2 by 4. The more we add to the table, they keep taking away more and more. 99% suffering, and they tearing it up for sure. Plus the 1% controlling 100% of the lives of the poor, lives of the poor. It's not enough, 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 it's not enough. Lord, it should take half hour from a Rima to town. It's not enough. Our daily is almost 2 hours long. It's not enough. Every month is another 1,000 in gas. It's not enough. And when salary come, you don't know when it's past. Lord, it's not enough. $5 to take a short drop. 10 to town with a million stops. Can depend on the bus, but the system flop. So you're spinning like a top on your body. You must say, Maxine. You must say, Maxine. You must say, Maxine. No. If they are in no at all, and you must say, Maxine. You must say, Maxine. You must say, Maxine. If they are in no at all, don't turn it up. If they are in no at all, see me them on way salary and TNT. There's so much fun. It's $3,053 monthly. And after your parents and you buy groceries, there's so much stuff now. You can't even pay transportation fee. Yo, everything do. It's not enough. You need cash so you sweep and mop. So you don't end up bankrupt, school fees and bills, none of them don't drop. You stay for it, stay top calm. He must say, Martin. He must say, Martin.
Scotiabank Magna MasterCard is back with its special Christmas giveaway. Just swipe for more rewards. Every time you swipe your card, get instantly entered for a chance to win 1,500 points on your Scotiabank Magna MasterCard. Get more this Christmas. More points, more rewards, more money. Swipe for more rewards today with your Scotiabank Magna MasterCard. Promotion runs until January 15th, 2023. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Visit MagnaRewards.com for more details. Approved by the NLCB.
Look at people, you make me wanna.
Calling all social media influencers, carnival babies, and boat ride lovers. Get ready for TikTok on the Sea. TikTok on the Sea. On board the Embassy Yacht Carnival Saturday, 18th February 2023. Boarding Starting 3 p.m. at the Hyatt Waterfront in Port of Spain, sailing 4 to 7 p.m. Tickets cost TT $200, includes free shots and cutters on entry. Plus, giveaways from Fab Look Beauty Bar 868 and $1,000 in cash, courtesy World of Things online retail store. Performances by Bubbles and Yankee Boy, alongside DJs Princess Chow, Nigel Snipes, Razor, and more. Tickets available online at islandetickets.com. Bobby's Bar QREP, Shens 868-461-4159. Cross 346-380-9679. TikTok on the Sea is hosted by Lady Hype and powered by Campari, Magnum, the World of Things online retail store, and Cross Promotions. Miss this? Your mad is niceness outside.
Well, I want to see everybody mad in the fat. Okay.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Check out the Children's Hour Worship Ministry of the Word and the Family Forum every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You, and every Friday evening from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. For further information, call 753-1113 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
So we are back. It's Wednesday morning right here on the Street 919 FM, 8:06 a.m. 2023 is to take it light, take it cool, and deal with the issues as they come, as they arise. So this morning we were speaking about Paula May Weeks and her not accepting or taking back the position of President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And as I said, and I will continue to say, you The decision is yours. You do what you have to do. And if taking care of your mother makes you feel happy and it's more comfortable to you, you do that. And according to Mr. Chance, we want to thank you very much for all that you have done in your term and in your office. I don't care about the rest. We're going back to the lines. Caller, good morning. Okay. You couldn't wait, you hang up, no problem. Caller, good morning. No, it wasn't you. It was a number, a 625 number before. I put the person on hold to take the call and they hang up. Caller, good morning.
No, man, them people don't understand. Hello, morning.
Morning. Happy
Morning,
New Year.
Sam, morning, Bush. Happy New Year, everybody. Sean, would you have stayed?
No, I said it before. I would not have.
No, so I mean, it's only human. When you, I mean, come on.
Under no circumstances.
Look at the track of this lady. It has people who don't have half all she have. I want to criticize you, dear man. So on the word go, there are nothing good to say about you, man. Nothing good to say. All because she acting in a way them what she act.
That's right.
That's the full thing about. Because them what she act in a certain way and she acting in a she acting she staying in a straight line. Them fine, she should come cook it more to them. But you know what? It could be gone because she knows that she's yours. That what I'm fine. But you know what? That's life, and at the end of the day, she could relax and go and take care of her mother because anybody in the world would have passed, would have said, hey, I go to and see about my mother. Anybody would have done that. So, and this man, I don't want to call him name, who talking about crap, nobody, he's the first commissioner in the world. A man fall off a chair and dead. Under he watch.
Fall down off a chair and dead.
A man fall off a chair and dead.
Not that, let me tell you, I only know I just talk my mind and for me, I didn't really care about that. But your term in office wasn't too happy, it wasn't good.
No.
So who are you to talk about somebody else?
You calling 1 week before, you had 60 and something euros on the belly in the shoulder and don't see that. For public, okay, all right. Some people who don't look like that, you can see that. A week after, do the same thing, and you afraid to walk in the place? That what you telling me? And caller say before you're very disrespectful. How you could be a sitting office holder and calling people names? Something wrong with you, and you aspiring to hold more office. Are you for real? Something wrong with you. Anyhow, after listening, Sharon, and Bruce, enjoy the rest of the day. Bruce.
Oui.
They got for that boy. See what getting before now.
I'll get it soon.
Yeah, man. Easy up. Oh God. Later.
All right. Caller, good morning.
Morning to my darling, lovely Sharon Phillips this morning.
Good morning. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, ma'am. Good morning to my brother, Bruce Wayne.
Morning, my brother.
Morning. Sharon, I want to take a different spin on this. A caller a while back was spot on. Miss Felix, this is all about race and politics. This is a new year. You see the mama gazam and the sugar coat and things, we don't want that. This is about race. Mrs. Paula May Weeks has been attacked, I believe, in my opinion, because she do not carry a certain ethnicity and she do not toe a political line. And also, I don't know if people are observing something. Ms. Kamla Prasad Bisesa is well aware of history. And what it is going on here is that history will show in Trinidad and Tobago, Ms. Felix and Mr. Bruce, that Ms. Kamla Prasad Bisesa was the first female prime minister this country. And we can do what we want, we can say what we want, that is going on in the history books. Ms. Paula May Weeks will be going on in our history books as the first female president of Trinidad and Tobago, and you see what ethnicity she's holding. So this has nothing to do. These people understand that very well. Right? Mr. Griffith, you call people criminals, so-called criminals, cockroaches. Trinidad and Tobago not foolish. We understand what you mean and who you're throwing that for. And look at Mr. Griffith's ethnicity. Trinidad and Tobago, let me don't be fooled by these people. It has nothing to do with good job or integrity and things for these people. Look who came up beside this and them nominated for the last police commissioner. Does he look like people or like me and you, Ms. Felix? I will leave it there this morning. Thank you very much to both of you all, Ms. Felix. Have a good day. Mr. Bruce, have a good day. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Guys, call us up on 342-0081.
4665391.
I just forget something. You're not greedy. Caller, good morning.
Happy New Year to you and yours, Ms.
Hi,
Sharon Felix.
Brian. Happy New Year to you.
Well, I already spoke to Bruce about that already for the New Year. But good morning to you, Bruce Green.
Morning.
How are you, sir?
Just cool, man.
Miss Felix?
Yes.
I have to agree with you 110%. You see, it is our responsibility, and you are correct when you said, you see, this year in 2023, we must not hold back. Because we need to call them out. And we need to remind the people of Trinidad and Tobago and the good listeners of this station exactly what led to some of the reasons why we believe that she is not going back up. Miss Felix, I'll tell you this. It's not only about her mother, you know. But it is also about, if you can recall, as it stands right now, even the government is finding grave difficulty in getting people of good standing, good citizens, to be on boards in this country. Why you feel that is, Miss Felix? When people who in jacket and tie come to our legislative parliament to pass laws for us and could call the speaker all sorts of uncouth names, and call the independent senators the worst things ever, one of them being a former speaker of our parliament, one of them are uncouth little imps. Do you know whether she coming or she going from Princestown? One of them many of them have cases to answer before the court. When you could call a woman an insipid you know what. And you have people who were saying just the other day that the government not taking care and protecting our women. But you have an opposition leader, a woman, a female, a first Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, first female, could sit there and allow that to happen. And when you have media personnel showing a clear and present bias towards a particular party when they're supposed to be upholding all the offices of a media person to show no bias, clear bias, and many of them women who were called out by Mr. Chance recently. You understand? When you have that, you want her to denigrate herself down to that uncouth, hoggish, and beneath the road level to stay there for another 5 years? For what? For what reason? For what ungodly reason? When you have opposition independent senators who, Ms. Felix, was asking the Minister of National Security perhaps and others, it have any security here for us, for them to come to legislate, to do their work, to pass good law for us, the people and citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, when they are scared out of the wits to come to the Red House, to the Parliament, then you know we have problems. She must stay and she witnessed all of that. The speaker getting up to answer, tell you to sit down and be quiet, and you telling the speaker, you shut your mouth? And the whole world, by extension, and Trinidad and Tobago witness that, and she must stay for another 5 years. What has she done so that everybody just last week rained their mouth on this woman, especially all those so-called females, all of them from UE lecturers come down, all those armchair politicians. All these romantra and all these female organizations to come out and say, hey, no man, not this lady, not her. Why is all of a sudden everybody certain people so chummy with a certain former police commissioner? Is it simply because he has to go to court and be a witness for the prosecution in a certain case? That all of a sudden they couldn't vote for him the other day, but all of a sudden he's the best friend? We will wait and see when that time comes who is cockroach or not. You understand? And I agree, Miss Paula May Weeks, Her Excellency. Ma'am, you go into your private life and you get out of this stupidness, because there are many people like you who tell themselves after witnessing what happened with our Speaker of the House, and even the President of the Senate, and you, my dear lady, will tell themselves, not me, and them set of cockroach in jacket and tie who want to come and pontificate on people like you, and they have absolutely no reason to, because they don't even know anything about you. Let her go. She has served well. I thank her very much, as many people do, and let her go into her private life and forget about this, because it is a shame and a disgrace that nothing can be done to deal with these people who open the mouth in this country on poor innocent people who have done nothing for them except uphold the laws and tenets of our Constitution. In another country, Ms. Felix, they would have been behind bars already. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brian. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Felix.
Morning.
Morning. Morning. To you all.
Same to you.
Yeah, I just call up from here again. I'm calling to say something on this. Now, I see, not only Joseph alone as you say, Anna Ramdas and all of them had said that she would be president even in this case. Now, as one of the caller before, just caller, before Brian, I think he said about race. And really, I don't know if you also remember Hannah Ramdas was asking a certain world she qualification. You understand? And I can show you how the level when she was supposed to ask what she specialized in and ask what is she qualification. I can show you totally how these people think concerning me. And Hannah Ramdas and all of them, these fellas who talking like Anna Danny and now Gary just join the band. But she has everyone say, and we know, he shouldn't talk. Because he's a man went to investigate the Cambridge Analytica called Hoying, and this thing came on. All is totally disrespectful. And right now it's disrespectful to our Prime Minister, the same person who gave him the job. Because he didn't want to vote for him. He was the first candidate, and he up and down disrespecting the Prime Minister from day one. I mean, not from day one, but at a certain time in his work, and then come back around disrespecting him. And that is to show how Griffith and Nicholas should never be talking, because they know nothing about the respect to high office and these kind of things. And Paula Merrick was a very good president, in my opinion, because she had never scandalized herself in no way. And these people who talking, and I don't know the voices. I just want to hear the voices. These so-called men and letters. They don't come out. People who are supposed to be coming out and defending, not coming out. We have something very dangerous in this country. I can't understand. Thank you for allowing me this contribution. I was just enjoy the rest of the day and thanks.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Caller, good morning.
Mother, good morning again. Bruce Wayne, I think I told you good morning a while ago. Good morning, Bruce Wayne. And to my Diamond, Manu, the DJ lady, everybody, good morning. Mother, what do you all expect? Yesterday, Gary Griffith was on our program. and boasting how he was in first place and he had this and Dulalchan probably was...
How he know he was in first place? How he know anything?
Well, I want to know. So here the question.
That is corruption.
Were you in first place? I said, because Father, I understood the Prime Minister made a decision to take you from fourth and pick you as the Commissioner of Police. No, I said, well, you're going, this conversation can't make no sense, you know. So the host said, well, I let me hold on, ask me something, and he started. I said, well, you're going on, I paying for this phone call. And if Gary Griffith, that is why he's not Commissioner of Police today, because if that is the man's attitude,
I'm telling you,
right?
boy.
We on an interview, and the host asked me a question to respond to something that you said, and you as a man who was Commissioner of Police, if there's your attitude, I could understand why it is they put you outside. But here one of the things. This thing is targeting a listener at another station. Young people, what they call young people station and urban station. And I had a poll this morning. I told them yesterday, a gentleman hit me on my knee. So I went to the hospital the second. I went there 7 o'clock. And by 9:30, 9:45, I was out. Doctor saw me, took an x-ray, and I left in 3 hours. So I want Mr. Man in Brooklyn and the basement man, if they could go in New York, in Brooklyn, and go to a hospital for free and get an x-ray and get all of that for free. I could do that in Trinidad under this administration. So ask Mr. Gary Griffith, but you was in fourth place and they moved you up to first. And he started, no, I said, well, that's why you're not Commissioner of Police. But you said to us that it's because of the fame that you acquired. The Prime Minister moved you because of the fame. So your fame was called 800 Gary. And Gary Griffith is not the police force. Gary Griffith is one man. So Gary Griffith said to us yesterday that the President Commissioner of Police is a good fella, you know. He might be a little ancient, but he functions. I give him 10 tasks, delegate 10 responsibilities to him for the day, and he goes out and do the 10 responsibilities. So my question is, well, if that is the case, then you micromanage in the police service. So I have 1.4 million people here. 3,000 or 30,000 people calling 800 Gary. Is Gary Griffith answering that 3,000 or 30,000 people per day? And if that is the case, as he outlined, then Gary Griffith is answering the phone 800 Gary and passing instruction down to the President Commissioner of Police who was acting underneath him to go out now to Bataria and move and talk to the superintendent. So now, instead of I call 999 to solve my problem, who are to call? 800 Gary. So is Gary the police service? And
So
that is the
wait,
problem we have. Gary Griffith used the media to attract a certain level of fame. One of the highest murder rate we had was under Gary Griffith. That's all. All right. So I would like them to leave my... You know something? Somebody called me yesterday and said to me, I made a statement about Baptist people. And that ain't true. The PNM helping Baptist people. I am not disputing that. And it started under Mr. Manning and Foster. And I'm saying, where is the Baptist community or the black community to come out this morning to make noise on behalf of the president? Mother? All right. So they tell me don't say that. It ain't true. How Foster, and I'm saying if Foster was to fall long in the morning, who going to help we in the PNM? Help the Baptist community in the PNM? Mother? I said to that gentleman, I said, you know what I would like? I would like to see on Shouta Baptist Day that they tell me all of them form into our organization. I say, well, tell me, on this radio station, there are several programs, gospel programs that come along, and at the end of that gospel program, here the pastor that tell me, my phone number is 800 so and so, and if you want to make a contribution. But if you tell me the Baptist run out of money, they could come on the radio program and ask us to contribute. But I asked that man that question, and he ain't even realize that there's a gentleman comes out on this radio station on a Monday night, a young group of African men in the Baptist faith, and they're looking for money. So my question, I'm not against anybody in the PNM, you know, I'm asking, did anybody helping this young black man who just come on this radio station on a Monday night to sponsor his Baptist program? So if Foster dies in the morning, what is going to happen to the Baptist community? Who's going to help them? Because I have nobody to go before the parliament to say tomorrow is Shouta Baptist Day, and we come to say XYZ and congratulate the government. Who is the head of that organization who collect the money? You know them, Mother?
No.
All right, enjoy your day.
Thank you very much.
I don't know when we go wake up.
Caller, good morning.
And a very good morning to you, Sharon and Bruce.
Morning.
And a happy New Year to you both. And I wish you all the best. All the best that you wish for yourself and even more. Sharon, before I get to my point, for Christmas, I'm accustomed seeing all the presidents of like America and so on taking out family pictures. Dr. Rowley takes out his family picture every year. He proudly shows his children, his grandchildren. Have you ever seen a family picture from Kamala besides Sharon? Or is it me who haven't seen it?
Thinking about it, no. About it, no.
No, I have never seen. We hear about Grand, but I have never seen a picture of the family of this lady. You understand? And that is why you see when Dr. Rowley has his family picture, you see a lot of comments that is so nasty. But he is proud. And I am proud to see his family every Christmas being featured. He went forth, he multiplied, whereas others subtracted. I'll leave that there. Sharon Paula Merrick shows the class she has. Because if it is, she wanted to go back. I am 100% certain that she would have been returned to office. But she is showing that power is not what she's about. Whereas these people who are speaking the loudest, Kamala, there are people within her party asking her to go, but she wouldn't go. Right? Gary term has come to an end. But he so loved the power. He on TV every day in people's face, whether you want to see him or not, because he's a narcissist. And power, he feels nobody can do it better than him. Right? He can't give up the power. But Paula May be the lady of class. She don't need the power because her life has more quality. Thank you, Sharon and Bruce. Again, all the best.
Thank you very much. All right, guys, so we're heading to the ads again. It's 8:29 a.m. Remember, it's every half an hour, so you just need to get in there and make your contribution within the time. Okay. So let me say again, good morning to all of viewers and callers and listeners of the Street 919 FM. You can find us on the Street 919 FM on Facebook, and on YouTube you can find us on Iwer TV live broadcast on the Street 919 FM. So we're going to the ads. Don't shift your dial. We'll be right back.
Carnival. Everybody, let us meet on the street.
91.9 FM, the soca frequency from inception.
Plenty vibes, we just shed the light. We bring the heat on the street.
It's the mother of all carnivals.
Yeah, what I need, a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of rum. Right down is non-stop. Oh, you don't know how to lie, mama. There go be water mix up with beer. We jump in, yeah. There go be water mix up with beer.
Yo, this is the mother of all cannibal.
The mother of all soca. The official station and the destination. The Street 919. All new soca first. All new soca first.
All soca, all day.
Tell the DJ, play some soca music today. You see, this carnival also like garbage.
Nobody does it better than on the street.
Iwer George, the big boss of the business. When I want to listen to a radio station, I listen 91.9.
We are the street. 919 FM.
Wish is mash up the best. One for fuck them mash up the best. Wish is mash up the best. One for fuck them mash up the best. Wish is mash up the best.
The only radio station bringing perfect balance between entertainment and talk. Updating you with current affairs and social issues.
So what, we should just sit down and take the foolishness that's being meted out because of fuel. You feel that all you're real bad?
Right? Unlike his situation that I don't even want to go back and bring up and highlight.
You don't have a good record where that is concerned?
Having you in the loop with trends and entertainment. Providing music that lives on.
Darling, I feel the disco.
And spiritual food for the body, mind, and soul.
Satan so full face. We're not taking that.
The Street. 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Hear this. Something telling me jump. Something telling me wave. Something telling me this is the end. I can feel the spirit. It calling me. The spirit calling me. Spirit. It calling me. Start to jump around if you feel the spirit. It calling me. The spirit calling me. Spirit. It calling me. Start to jump around. Hey, so when it call, you must answer. Respond with your hands up. When it call, you must answer. Respond with your hands up. When it call, you must answer. Respond with your hands up. When it call, you must answer. Respond up. In my flesh, in my bone, I can feel it up in my soul. Lighten up everything I know. Everything I know. Hey, this is love. This is growth. This is vision and this is hope. So God's spirit that's in this world. Come and let it show. And it's all day. The spirit telling me jump until I'm morning. And we're not going to stop until we fall. We're ready for the road. Yeah. The spirit, it calling me. The spirit calling me. Spirit, it calling me. Start to jump around if you feel the spirit. It calling me. The spirit calling me. Spirit, it calling me. Start to jump around. Hey, so when it call, you must answer. Respond with your hands up. When it call, you must answer. Respond with your hands up. When it call, you must answer. Respond with your hands up. When it call, you must answer. Respond up. Hey, when the spirit call, I know you gon' feel it. Step, it gon' make you ball. Like in your feelings, can't stop whining at all. Somebody go feel it. I say, feel it.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Guess who's back again?
Juju Love is back on the street.
It's me, Juju Love, by public demand, along with my sidekick, Mr. Aruga. We take no prisoners.
Junior Davy is back on the street, Monday to Friday, 2 to 4 p.m. Juju Love, only on the Street 919 FM.
steel pan. The only musical instrument invented in the 20th century is a reflection of the perseverance and innovativeness of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, which have always been central to our development as a nation. And the steel pan story epitomizes this, carved out of life and struggle and determination, rising out of the spirit of the African drum. The steel pan stands today as evidence of innovativeness, creativity, and passion for life integral to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. My name is Kwesi Paul. Join me each and every Sunday from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight on the street 91.9 FM.
To the Queen's Park Savannah. It's a celebration for you. A celebration for her. Soca for her. Friday, February 3rd. Featuring with the 18 bands. Nadia Batson and Sam. I'll be coming back for you. I'll be coming back. The world's biggest soca superstars.
Excellent! Here what's going on. I'm gonna be live. Who? EA, yes, me, and many more. Yo, this is Lyricalist, gonna be specialist.
Special guests and surprises. It's gone like rain, flowing like water. With your bumper. Get early bird tickets now at islandetickets.com and caches nationwide. Soca for her. Soca for her 2023.
Is it the only weather that I'm here feeling so? From the time I see I want to put the work on you.
Friday, February 3rd. Savannah, we coming.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
So we are back. 8:39 a.m. We just have a few more minutes before we leave. Let me take this opportunity to say good morning to all our viewers and listeners on our YouTube channel. 467 of you, thank you very much. And on our Facebook channel, say good morning. Okay, so you dropped off a bit. It's 222 now. It was a little more before. So I'm saying good morning to all of you, and I'm wishing you a very good day today. So we're going back to the lines to continue to take your calls. But I just want to tell you all on the live, let's stop answering these people. They set out their mornings to come here to try to have the program on comfortable. And we're not to take them on at all. All right? Don't take them on. So we're going back to the lines. We just mellowing down after the issue of, what do you say? A golden opportunity. Papayu. All you good, yes. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Sharon, again.
Yes.
Good morning, Bruce. Sharon, I have to give my little take on this whole thing with Her Excellency and Gary Griffiths. And there's a chance, thanks for outlining the qualification of a really, a black woman that everybody should be proud of. And I want to warn African people, and I started with Gypsy Sister. You see, going low, because imagine she sang a song about political cemetery. I just want to mention this. And she used political just loosely, but she put her actual cemetery. And imagine, she had the esteem, Her Excellency in that list of people she wanted in a cemetery. A black woman, a black woman, and Mr. Chance just outlined the qualification of Miss Paula May Weeks. And people, and it's a thing about, imagine, you watch a fella like a senator, because what happened in the politics now, especially the UNC, the quality of the people that are used in the UNC in the politics is so bad that it's also affecting people coming even to serve in the PNM, you know. Do you remember the gentleman they had chosen as a professional in relation to getting a view on the drowning matter with the four guys, with Paria and LMCS? And the gentleman withdrew because when Kamala and they jump out, Kamala, who never won a big case in her life, jump out to criticize this private sector professional man, and the man jump out of it. And that's what's happening in the politics. That's what's happening. The quality people that you need, Kamala and they don't have. And the quality people who, you know, willing to come and serve and give the professional drive on opinions and so on. They were withdrawing because of the nastiness being pervaded here as politics in Trinidad and Tobago. And it has redounded to the point of where the president is not being respected at all in our country. And you know what's amazing, Sharon and Bruce? They talk about rubber stamp. And Fazir and they should hush it because they are cynics. I remember when Mr. Manning spoke about executive presidency. That same Bastille Panda and Kamal Pasada, they didn't want that. They didn't want that because they know that just similar to that of the Guyanese president, they don't want anybody with power. You know when she got into office, because I tell people about the very dangerous chameleon spirit, and it was detected in Gary Griffith, you know. And I keep telling this population, the Prime Minister is exposed to more information than Gary Griffith, you know, even though he was commissioner, you know. Dr. Keith Rowley would be exposed to more information coming from a lot of security places that Gary Griffith is unaware of, you know. And I told him yesterday on a program, I said, you come and you hug up. You come on a base program, Sharon Felix. You hug up the program where those callers calling in, Gary, why you? I said, huh? Those same people never supported the leader who just worked from 2 o'clock in the day until 3. But you come in the parliament to say no. They never supported it. Now they sense that confusion with Gary Griffith and the Prime Minister might make them viable. And they love you. And you jump there. And I told him too. I said, you see behavior? In my professional career, they told me, no matter how good you are, watch your behavior and your respect for those in authority. You may not like the Prime Minister, but if he tells you, Sharon Felix, you would know these things. That if the Prime Minister calls anybody below his position and he wants to see in your office at 10 o'clock, you could negotiate with him and tell him, Chief, I could make it for 11. But you never get on a media house and say, you cannot summon me. That is what this fly-by-night man come to tell people, that you can't summon me and then want to feel that the police service is so independent, Sharon, that you disrespecting people in authority. That's the first thing you do when they carry across by national security to swear in and all these little things Gary Griffith is aware of. The other thing, even though you fall out with a Prime Minister, Sharon, you see what you are told in secret? I'm going to leave that there. That's why I keep telling people the Prime Minister was correct when he said one of the most disappointing positions that he agreed to was that appointment of Gary Griffith. And the fool, that Gary Griffith, he can't even see it. You know why? Narcissism. But let me end there, because there's a lot to say about Gary Griffith. And Mr. Chan said, we don't want to lose the substance of Her Excellency in this whole area where Trinidad and Tobago is becoming a quagmire of nastiness. If people don't do introspection and learn family values to know that Kamala and they may feel the present office is rubber stamp, but Mr. Robinson showed them the power of the president, and I can't remember the other areas, but Sharon Felix and Bruce Wayne, thank you all so much for this opportunity to tell Trinidad and Tobago that our country needs good leaders. One is departing. We hope we get a good one. Thank you very much, Sharon and Bruce. Bye.
Thank you very much, Rowley Jr. You see, that does get you upset and bring it to a level that you will say things, not that you will regret, you say things that you want to say. Trinidad and Tobago, we've look, caller, good morning.
Morning, Sharon and Bruce, morning.
Morning.
I was listening to Bataria. I want to add to Bataria because Bataria had me thinking, you know, Cambridge Analytica, you know the baseline, that is what Gary ruled the police.
As you said that, go ahead, caller, somebody had sent
you all remember it at that time, right? I put up on a post that Gary Griffith couldn't find the pink-haired man, and a police commissioner who have the tools there that he could have written to the police commissioner from his office to office to get information on the pink-haired man, or do it through diplomatic channels, you know, through the Ministry of National Security. And for he to come and say the case closed because I can't find, and he wasted no time behind that. I was wondering, why would Gary want to do that? And then I was listening to Pastor Google talk and thing, and I still think it here now. But when I realized that Gary Griffith had also after he was not chosen again, he did a survey to say that most of the people want him as the commissioner of police. But then if the PSA used to choose police or commissioner based on what the people vote for or want, then Gary Griffith would not be the first in anything tonight. They'll rather put Ian Allen. So I don't know if Gary Griffith will be coming up with thingy thing, you know. 1 minute, he do all the position, he form the party, next minute he fighting for the position by holding on to the So something wrong with Gary Griffith. I feel that there's something more in the missile that Gary Griffith don't want come out. Hence the reason he fight tooth and nail just for that report not to be placed in the parliament, because I am sure, absolutely sure, that the report would have not called names. The report was to give the loopholes on what is happening in the police service, so the politicians and them could adjust these loopholes and get things fixed. But then again, the opposition don't want nothing working. You understand? The more murders that we have on the street, meaning they will jam up the court, and they have the certain cases, so they could know when to pull the case forward or when to push that and thing it. So 20 years they were still waiting for just to hear a hearing to go to America to answer a case that the partners and them was found guilty of. So that is the whole thing about it. It's just based on Cambridge Analytica that Gary is running the police service. But if you ask all yourself, Sharon and Bruce, how much white-collar crime that Gary have dealt with and people he charged and before the court today, it's very low. He more or less put a system with the police service trying to fix now that the police and them gunning down people and they call them cockroach, and a lot of people in Trinidad like that. Hooray for Gary. He killed them bad boy and them. But they didn't look on the downside of it. The 4 guys who were murdered in cold blood, that was sickening to the core, and that is why I cut all my ties with Gary Griffith, because when I was expecting him to denounce that kind of behavior by his officers, he supported them until they were charged. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Zena?
Yes, Sharon and Bruce again. Morning. Hear what? That is why I could thoroughly agree with the Prime Minister when he got on a platform sometime lately and said that appointing that man as police commissioner was one of his biggest mistakes. And a gentleman called, one of your callers earlier made a mention of something that, it worried me. Because I'm saying, that gentleman it making sense. If, God forbid, we have a change of government here, Gary Griffith could be back in a serious position with a commissioner or as a minister or something, and that would be very frightening here in this country. You understand? Because the people, only respect people from the lower class, a man in the street, but what happened to those in high office that can't behave? I call what I have seen in Parliament many a day, and especially by that opposition, it's misbehavior, Because when that Attorney General gets up to speak, all of them getting up and in the back and walking out, and then they getting money when the month come, a salary. Eh? I don't see why they should be paid at a month end. And so much money, taxpayers' dollars. So we need certain laws in this country. I say again, people must not be able to disrespect the chair of the Prime Minister, the President, whoever it be, the Chief Justice. There must be a limit and a line that has to be drawn. You must not disrespect the chair, or it's jail. I know a country in soccer, I remember where the reader always saying it, 7 years a man gets for disrespecting the chair of the president. You understand me? So here, and they just talk about the Prime Minister is a dictator. They don't see dictatorship yet. They say, right now, we want a year with an Ayatollah here. That's what we need. And Madam Paula, may we go over and see about your mother, right? She needs your care and attention. This country don't need you. They have no respect. They want who they want there that could do what they could get done for themselves. So go and rest yourself and don't take on these people here. Same thing the Prime Minister. I don't know why he don't want to see about the family, you know. Rest up. I just get tired of these dirty mouth people in this country. Thank you, Sharon and Bruce. Go on.
Thank you very much, Sina. Well, guys, we can't take any more calls. This is where we got to bring this show to an end. It's 8:53 a.m. and the countdown is just a minute and something. So I want to take the opportunity to thank all of you who would have logged on this morning via Facebook or YouTube. And thank you to all of you who would have called in and put in your 2 cents, sorry. Your pound of flesh.
When I drinking punching with ice, head gone and start to talk ice. Don't judge me, maybe it's just
But guys, it's a new year, 2023.
If I hold a bumper too tight,
and we want to make sure we do things the right way.
It's not me. If I hold on your waist and greet you.
So with that,
maybe it's just the rum. It's not me.
Maybe it's just the rum. It's me.
Little been sweating from everybody.
So Trinidad and Tobago, I know you're all getting ready for the Mother Carnival.
The party, no time to study nobody.
I know all are getting ready to reload.
Can't take me, call the army.
And get on. So just reminding all, yeah?
See me behavior stinking the party, baby.
COVID still here. That's all I could tell you. But I want to also say, stop spreading the fake news. Oh God! And somebody who just catching it and running with it.
She all over the.
Oh God! Let's seek information first before you do that.
Tell me,
I'm sure if there's a new variant in the country and anything, the ministry will come up to tell us. It is going to be detrimental to all of us. I ain't think they will keep that secret. So Trinidad and Tobago, with all that said, we're out of here. Talk to you on Friday. Ciao.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well.
91.9 FM, yeah. Man, is the vibe. Everybody, let us meet on the street. Our station is #1, bringing balance to the nation. Soca, and Calypso, rhythm section with limbo. We bring in you plenty vibes, please just share the light. We bring the heat on the street. It will be vibes all day, #1 frequency. Yeah, we stream all day. The mother of all, it will be vibes all day. We bring it virtually, #1 frequency. The mother of all, carnival. Hey, the mother of all, carnival. I said the mother of all, carnival.
Iowa George, big boss of the business. When I want to listen to a radio station, I listen 91.9 FM.
Bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street. 919 FM.
Guess who's back again?
Juju Love is back on the street.
It's me, Juju Love, by public demand, along with my sidekick, Mr. Aruka. We take no prisoners.
Junior Davy is back on the street, Monday to Friday, 2 to 4 p.m. Juju Love, only on the street, 919 FM.
Here at Land Capital Certificates, we provide opportunities for your money to make money. We all know saving is important, but saving alone won't get you to your financial goals. And let's face it, the bank doesn't have your best interest in mind. So this is your wake-up call. Do you have $1 million saved? Then contact us today. Sponsor Limited. Call 324-LENN. That's 324-LENN.
Share the Lodge. Share the Lodge. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the Lodge. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the Lodge. Iowa TV and Street.